Attention, all stations. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Bonsoir, tout le monde, et bienvenue. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, AREG, for Wednesday, November 23rd, 2022. Today marks 1,523 weeks that AREG has been on the air consecutively. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton. And this net is on every Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. local time here on 146.430. Anyone with a valid license who checks into the net from anywhere is welcomed here. The idea is to have people check in to either test out their antennas and radio systems, maybe ask a radio or technical question, or to just say hello and tell us about their week. We do not discuss religion or politics, and foul language is not accepted here. The AREG is considered to be a very friendly net, and so comments, questions, and break ins are welcomed, but this is still a directed net and go through the net controller. And we're also streaming the net on YouTube live every Wednesday. Um, People who tune in can hear how they sound into my station and see their signal strength down here by the Center Mall in Hamilton. Just type my call into the YouTube search box and look for us live or under the the title tonight is AREG Week 1523. And while this is a simplex net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. And this is where YouTube comes in to help. And it should not discourage you from participating into the net, and it may encourage some of you to improve your station. And keeping in mind that relaying communications has a long history in amateur radio, and so we encourage you to ask for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. We may even use the relay ourselves over here. And so lastly, we ask that you please try and leave a 2-second delay between transmissions to allow others to break in. May I now have check-ins for this evening's AREG?
E3 GMP.
Victor Echo 3, Golf Bravo, Delta.
Okay, I heard 3 stations there. The station after GNP there, I had a very faint copy. Does someone have a better copy than me?
That was I, Chuck.
Okay, very good, very good. VE3 KCI. We've got you number 2 there, Art. So hang in there. Let's start off and say hello to VE3 GNP. Good evening, Garnet. Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, not much happening. Quiet week.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, tonight I thought we'd maybe start off talking about early Christmas shopping. Have you started your Christmas shopping? I actually bought one item in October, and the rest I've been getting this month there with all these Black Friday deals. I'm just waiting for the right things to go on sale. And so I had a bit of a hiccup there with my order that was supposed to come in a couple of days ago. And finally it showed up tonight there after dinner. And so that's another, headache off of my shoulders because, going through customer service and then waiting for them to refund your money. And it's like, well, that doesn't give me the item that I wanted. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, yeah. Have you done any early Christmas shopping yet, there, Garnett?
Wow. Yes, I got most of my Christmas shopping done.
Very good, very good. Yeah. See, I also have my wife Renata. It's her birthday 2 days after Christmas, and so I've got to shop for 2 different occasions. So I'm still in the process.
That's not too bad. Just buy one extra one at Christmas time and save it for the day after.
VE3MQ.
Okay, VE3MQ. I've got you in the log. We'll get you shortly there. Tom, I mean. Okay, Garnett, anything else? You going to hang around or are you going to take off?
I'm going to hang around for a bit anyway, Chuck.
All right, very good, very good. So we'll clear with Garnett for now and get back to him in a bit. And let's go down and say hello to Art, VE3 Kilo Charlie India. Do you have a copy there, Art? All right, let's try it again there. VE3 Kilo Charlie India. You have a copy? Okay, nothing heard from Art. I guess he was in and out. Let's go and say hello to George, VE3 GBD. Got the garbage ready there, George?
Yeah, somewhat. You know, I still got to get the garbage from in the house, and yeah, garbage night. Why do you have to do AREG on a garbage night? I'm just kidding. Anyway, not much to report. Just saying hello, but I will be sticking around for a while.
All right, there, George. Very good. How about you? There, you have any? Have you done any early Christmas shopping?
Me, no. My wife, yes. She's been shopping since holy moly, what, October or even before that? It's like we got already presents wrapped and yeah, it's crazy, crazy. But we still haven't got the tree up.
Yeah, very good. You know, they're saying this year's be a good time to start early for Christmas shopping because they're, I don't know, with the economy and everything, talking about, you know, stores are hurting and they may not have what you want. And yeah, so better to start early. Okay, George, we'll go down the list and get back to you soon. Anything else?
No, sir. But all my shopping I do, Amazon. So easy.
Yep. Oh yeah, same here, buddy. Same here. That's most of my, unless there's something that catches my eye at the local Walmart here at the center, um, you know, or even Canadian Tire, I'll walk over there. But yeah, everything else is right to the door. So very good then, George. So we'll clear with you and get back to you shortly. Next, let's go to VE3MQ. Tom, come on in. Welcome.
Good evening, gentlemen. Just setting this radio up, one of those Anytone 778. What a pain in the arse this radio was to program. Not much lingo on the net with this thing, but finally I found one guy that explained how to do it. So now the radio's all programmed. This was Flint's radio at one point, and I bought it off him, so now I've got it.
Oh yeah, right on. Yeah. I haven't seen one like held one or anything, but I've seen them online, obviously. I would imagine that their manual is mostly Chinglish, as they say. Same thing with the all those handheld. Most of those handhelds don't have much documentation, that's for sure. So you figured it out, eh? How much does it hold? Memories?
It'll hold up to 200.
Oh yeah.
And the stupid thing is, it's a Anytone 778 UV. But the way you gotta program it, you gotta put in Anytone 778 UV VOX. And then the goddamn software recognizes what it is, chirp. But their own software won't even recognize it.
Oh yeah. I remember when the high-powered Bowfangs came out, and you had to buy a specific cord to plug into the computer to program it, because the regular Bofang UV5R did not work. And same thing with the software; you had to use a different name for the product and what the product actually is in order for the software to take.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Chuck, I'll let you go with some more. I'm not sticking around, so don't call me the second round. And I'm gonna go back and do some more FT8 or FT4, see what's going on. 7-3 V3MQ.
All right, Tom. Well, thanks for taking the time out, checking in with us. Please say hello to the family for me, and we'll talk to you again soon. Again, thank you for from VE3MQ, Tom in East End. Okay, well, this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, and we're looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, please come now.
VA3 AXJ portable.
Victor Echo 3, Romeo Whiskey Juliet. Victor Alpha 3, November, Charlie Alpha.
Okay, we've got three more there. I've got AXJ, RWJ, and NCA. So let's go and say hello to Rick, VA3AXJ, and see how many claw marks he's got in him so far. How's the kitty there, Rick?
Quite a few, actually. Depending all over me. Yeah, I've had a rough week. Had the colonoscopy done on Monday. I missed the football game on Sunday because I had to do the clean out. Yeah, now I'm starting to get back to normal. Other than that, everything's good. I didn't think the handheld was working. I'm on the portable right now, so yeah. I didn't say that. I should have, but I didn't. Anyhow, how are you? How are you doing?
Yeah, doing all right there, Rick. We're still doing the things that we used to when the puppy was around, and now it's without the puppy, so it's a little bit tougher, but we're getting by. And I don't know if I mentioned it. I think last week there we got his urn with his ashes there, and I've got a picture of him sitting right here on my desk. So yeah, we're gonna eventually get another in the new year, I think, and we'll let Christmas roll by first. And yeah, other than that, there, Rick, we're just busy looking for sales online, looking for things to buy on Amazon for Christmas, because I don't like shopping in stores. I hate crowds and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yep, I know exactly what you mean. So this year it's all gift cards. I'm not going into the stores. Well, I guess I got to go into the store to get the gift cards, but other than that, no, spend enough money this month. I got to get a new battery for my truck. That's going to be around $200-300. So yeah, not going to be Scrooge, but just got to go a little bit under budget this year, I think.
Yeah, same. The belts are tightening, and everything is so damn expensive. I mean, the wife wanted to get some lettuce the other day, and it was like $4 or $6 or something crazy for a head of lettuce. So, anyways, yeah, I hear you. So that was going to be my subject to ask people tonight was early Christmas shopping, and um, that was pretty much my go-to subject. So, anyways, Rick, you're going to hang around with us there. We're going to go down the list.
Yep, but I'll probably be on the other radio because I think this one's cropping out a bit. I think I'm going to have to charge it up overnight. So other than that, yeah, I'm usually done about the second week of December, but I think this year I'm just going to hit one store, buy a whole bunch of gift cards, and say, we're done. That's it, finished. Back to you, and I'll be standing by listening. I'll be around for a while.
Okay, Rick. Glad things are working out good with you and your new fur friend, and everything else there. Okay, so we're going to clear with VA3 AXJ. Next, let's go to VE3RWJ. Chris, come on in. Good evening. Welcome.
Yep. Good evening, Chuck. Great signal as always. Thanks for doing this net. Thanks for checking into my net. And I don't have much in the way of news. Too bad Canada didn't win the soccer earlier. I'm not a big sports guy, but it's hard not getting caught up in it. But I think everyone seems to be saying that we played better. So we might have lost this game, but we were the better team, I guess. But anyway, we'll see what happens next game. And not a lot else going on. You were wondering about Christmas shopping. I'm about halfway done. Still have to get gifts for a couple of people. And it will almost certainly be either Amazon or LCBO. That seems to be my two standbys every year. Back to you, Chuck. The A3 CJs at the 3RWJ.
Okay, there, Chris. Very good. Yeah, the LCBO, absolutely. It's a good go-to. Or even gift cards from there. You don't have to actually lug all those bottles or cans or what have you. Just get a gift card from the LCBO. Very good. Okay, Chris. Thanks again. And once again, congratulations on the 50th anniversary of the Burlington Amateur Radio Club. So very good, very good. I do know there's a couple of contests coming up this weekend there. There's the CW for the CQ Worldwide DX. We had the sideband a couple of weeks ago. Now they're doing the CW this week, if anybody's into that. And yeah. All right, Chris. Well, thank you very much, sir. I know you've got to go. And I do want to thank you for taking the time out, stopping by, and saying hello.
73.
Okay, 7-3, clearing with Victor Echo 3, Romeo Whiskey, Juliet. Let's see, do we have someone else after? Yes, we've got Wade, Victor Alpha 3, November, Charlie Alpha. Good evening, Wade. Welcome.
VA3CJs and VA3NCA. Good evening, Chuck, and good evening, everybody else on net. Yeah, it's I guess it's that season, Christmas shopping. I am lucky in the sense that my wife does a lot of shopping quite early, so she's one of those who gets things out of the way early on. So I ride on those coattails, so that works out fairly reasonably, I think. Yeah, I guess not much else going on. Busy week at work, but it's coming to a close. We're halfway there anyways, so that's always nice. Yeah, I have a really high noise floor tonight, S9. So, but I am hearing you on the air, but I'm also listening on YouTube just to fill in the gaps. It's really quite high. I'm wondering if maybe all of the Christmas lights are affecting me on 2 meters anyways, but you are coming through. So yeah,
good.
with that, I'll listen along on both sides and send it back to you. Thanks. VA3NCA, Friday.
Okay, very good there, Wade. I've got a great signal on you. No noise. You're sounding good. And yeah, myself, I've got an S4 noise floor on 2 meters. And I have neighbors with Christmas lights that would not be good for someone who's epileptic, because they have these flashing sequence of lights where it just flashes way too fast. And they've had these going since the 10th, November 10th. Still got, 6 weeks before Christmas, and they got all these lights everywhere. Oh well, what can you do? All right, there, Wade. So we'll clear with you for now. And like I said, I hear you, no problem. Thanks for joining us on the YouTube stream. All you have to do is put in VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box, and you can watch us live there. So we'll clear with VA3NCA and see who else is out there would like to join us. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3.
Victor Alpha 3, X-ray Lima Juliet.
What a pileup. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta.
Okay, that was a pileup. All right. Well, I heard Mac, and there's another station doubling with Mac. They're the second station there. Can you bring it back, please?
VA3 CBU.
VA3 XLJ.
Okay, I've got 4 in there. I've got CBU, IMW, XLJ, and VAD. Anyone else? Okay, so let's start with Brad, I believe it is. VA3 CBU. Good evening. Come on in.
Evening, Chuck. I haven't had it on Simplex for a while. I've been playing on HF mostly, so I thought I'd get it going and make sure I still remembered how to on the radio. Got my 40 meter and 20 meter antennas up now, so I've been playing around there a lot more. Anyway, not much else going on, so just thought I'd do a check-in. Have a good evening.
Okay, very good. Well, you're sounding good this evening into my location here at Center Mall in Hamilton. And so glad you're dusting off the equipment there and getting some use. We got some cold weather coming and hibernation mode for a lot of people. So the radio will get a good workout throughout the winter, I'm sure. Anyhow, before you go, do you have any shopping done for Christmas yet? That was my question for the night.
I have all my shopping done. I'm waiting for the last one to arrive. I heard your comment about shopping online earlier, and I bought everything online this year for the first time. A few things that she asked for and a few things that I found. So I haven't stepped foot in a store and don't plan to, because this time of year the stores are cuckoo for crazy puffs.
All right. Another person who thinks like I do. You got that right. Okay. Well, thanks for checking in. Like I said, you're sounding good. Where are you again?
Just over in Burlington, not far from you.
Okay. Well, you're doing a good trip across the short Bay Area here. So very good. All right. Well, we'll clear with VE3 CBU and have a great rest of the evening if you don't stick around, and drop by anytime. Let's go up to Mac, VA3 IMW. Come on in, Mac.
Good evening, Chuckles, and all on frequency. Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey with you. I heard Richard, AXJ, talking about getting some new batteries for his truck, and I got to recommend a trip to Great Northern Battery Company down on Parkdale North. Actually, if you call ahead and make sure that they've got some blems in there, spend the money on the AGM batteries. That's the gel batteries. Great long life battery because it's not a lead acid cell. It's gel packed. So especially for truck applications, it's really good to have something that's not going to deteriorate with vibration. So typically, a battery will last you somewhere between 3 and 5 years. If you go with the gel, the AGM battery, it will far outlast it. So, and the prices that you get from Great Northern Battery, you just can't beat it. Cannot beat it at all. So, Richard, make sure you check them out on Parkdale North. Anyways, other than that, Chuck, you're sounding good tonight, and understand that you're still missing your buddy, and that's what we don't look forward to. And as we enjoy the days with our pets, we know that they won't outlive us. But I guess if you want to have a pet that's going to live live long, and you won't have to say goodbye to them, you're going to get a cockatoo or some kind of a sea turtle. But then they're going to grieve for you when you're gone. So life's not fair. Anyways, I'll let you carry on, say hello to the rest of the guys. And yes, certainly there was a pile up there, and there's a lot of people that want to say hi to Chuck. Check in with Chuck. Keep up the good work there, and I'll be listening along for the duration.
Okay, Mac, thank you very much for all that, and we will get back to you next time around for sure. So let's clear with VA3 IMW and go and say hello to Vanya. Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima, Juliet. Thanks for being patient, Vanya. Come on in.
Yeah, hello, Chuck. I'm gonna just give you a quick check-in. So I'm gonna get home soon. So, funny enough, I don't have a radio in the house anymore. I think one is in the trunk, sitting and doing nothing. Another one is being fairly affixed to the vehicle while I'm talking on it. So I'm gonna rejoin you guys on the internet and see maybe I bring this radio back in the house on my way in. I'm kind of like in a hurry here because I'm so hungry, Chuck. Last time I ate was like 24 hours ago. I don't know, can I keep up this for the 2 weeks? But we will see. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best to eat once a day. So I don't eat much more than I usually eat per meal, but just to see how this thing is gonna work. This is the new thing.
Oh, are you fasting, dieting? Is it for religious reasons? What?
No, I wake up at 5:45, leave my house at 6:20, and I go to work. And this is the time when I'm coming home. So
Oh dear.
it's just my routine for this week, and most likely next week we will see.
Oh, I get it. Okay, well, we'll let you race home. Be careful. And join us on YouTube. As you know, we do stream the net on YouTube. Just put my call in the YouTube search box. Okay, Vanya, thanks for checking in. And you're sounding great in the mobile tonight, wherever you are. So drive safe, and we'll see you on the website. Okay, let's clear with Vanya and go say hello to Arpad, VA3 VAD. Come on in, Arpad.
Hello, Chuck. Good evening to you and everybody else on the net. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta, checking in from the home QTH. And actually, I was playing with my beam a little bit and tried to figure out where the noise is coming from on the 2-meter side. Because on the omnidirectional antenna, I have S7 noise level. And I was swinging the beam left and right everywhere, and I realized I do have a transformer about 3 houses over on the light pole. And when I'm pointing right at it, it gives me S7. When I'm pointing away from it, it disappears. So, I'm going to have to call Hydro to let them know there's something is not kosher with that transformer thingy. And right now I'm pointing to the 270 degrees, so that would be a little bit... no, actually, it's right at west to Mark, pointing at Mark's location, because when he was talking, I tuned into him. So, Mark, if you have time sometimes, you may want to give me a report and let me see how strong is your signal. I did receive you with an S8 when the antenna was pointing at you. Back to you, Chuck.
Yeah, sure thing there, Arpad. Let's see if Mac is still there. Come on in there, Mac.
Roger, Roger. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta, Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey. A 20 over S9 if you're trying to fry what's left of my brain cells, too late. I think I've already taken care of that. But no, I don't feel my eyeballs boiling yet. So you can probably turn up the power a little bit more. But 20 over S9.
Okay, that's good. Because I'm receiving you with an S8 when the antenna is pointing right at you. This is the element beam. I'm not sure what's the gain on it, but yeah, seems to be working quite good, and gives me a totally flat match on this frequency here on the 146 range. And yeah, about the batteries, yeah, that's where I buy my batteries. I bought 10 of them, those batteries now, the golf car batteries, the 6-volt one, and I just calculated it because I installing the wiring in the unit today. That's what I was doing. I didn't finish yet. Gonna have to finish it tomorrow. And yeah, 1,100 amp hour batteries. That the 10 of them. So it's basically 5 banks. It's 12-volt system. The batteries are 6 volts, so 2 of them goes together. So there's 5 batteries actually technically. Yeah, 1,100 amp. Now I looked it up. If I didn't go with the lead acid batteries, which was a golf car batteries, if I wanted to buy the lithium one, that would cost me over $12,000.
Roger that. What I was recommending for Richard was the AGM batteries. They're a gel cell. They also double purpose as a deep cycle battery, but the gel cells are a direct replacement for automotive 12-volt batteries, and they don't have the siltation problems that the lead acid batteries do. That they suffer from vibration, and the cells eventually short out, and that's what ends your battery's life.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I never used one of those. Actually, you know what? We just purchased a new battery for the car, and the Canadian Tire for those eliminator batteries. Yeah, they give you 4 years warranty now, and I think it's 4 years. No question asked. They replace it for you if you have any issues with it, and they give you a free boost if your car doesn't start. You don't have to be a CAA member or whatnot. They'll send a tow truck and they'll give you a boost. That's the new perks what they're trying to do, and even they do that with the tires as well. They give you a major big warranty, and if you have a flat tire, the tow truck driver is going to change the tire for you. That's what they say, anyways. All right, I'm going to turn it back to Chuck, and thank you very much for taking my call, and thanks, Mark, to the report there.
Okay, very good, Arpad and Mac. Glad you guys exchanged the information you needed. And before you go there, Arpad, what about you? Do you do any Christmas shopping early or last minute, or you let the wife do everything?
Oh no, she's laughing in the background. I'm not sure if you guys hear that or not, but she's laughing her head off right now. No, actually, I'm a very smart fellow. Okay, so what I do at Christmas time, I converting myself to a Jewish person, and when the Jewish holidays are coming, I become a Christian, and you know, like I have a freedom of religion. So Christmas is a religious holiday, and I try to avoid it. Let's put it that way.
Ah, okay. I understand completely. Okay, Arpad. Well, good luck with that. And uh, what else can I say? Happy Hanukkah. All right. Are you going to stick around or are you going to take off?
No, Kathy just turned on the TV, and we're gonna watch a movie. So you guys have fun, and good luck with the net. You're doing a good job. Thank you.
Okay, Arpad, you take it easy, kick your feet up, sit back, kick back, and relax. Thanks for checking in. We're clearing with VA3 Victor Alpha Delta. And now let's see if anyone else is out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and my station is here in East Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now.
KCI just gave his 73s. He's going QRT.
Okay, very good then. VE3 Kilo Charlie India. Thank you very much there, Art, for your check-in. You take it easy, and we'll talk to you again next week, hopefully. Hopefully the conditions will be as good as they were last week there. You came in great. So, okay, Art, take care. And thank you, Mac, for the relay. Did he mention anything else?
No, short message. 7-3's going to sleep, and that's it.
Okay, very good. Oh, and I'm just looking on the on the YouTube stream there, and I mistook Tom for his daughter because he's got his daughter's name there, and it's actually Tom there, VE3MQ. Very good. Okay. Yeah, a long time no see there, Tom. All right, so we'll clear with Arpad, Art, and you there, Mac, and see if anyone else is out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ. Any new check-ins come now.
VA3 NFG.
All right. I hear a very strong station there. VA3 NFG. Steve, come on in. I don't think you're on the portable now, are you?
No, sir. Actually it's a 50-50 chance with me. Depends where I am at the time. But yeah, we're in the shack here on the Yesu there. So not just giving you a general check-in there, Chuck. You're sounding strong and doing your usual 9++, and that's about it. We'll just send it back to you and let you throw it around. VA3 NFG.
All right there, Steve. You're sounding good as well. And actually, you don't sound as nasally as you did last week there with that cold that you seem to have fought off and didn't seem to affect you too badly. So I'm glad you're sounding better. And yeah, you're also full scale over here. And you can always hear yourself back on the YouTube stream there. So I forgot to ask you a question of the night there. Have you got any early Christmas shopping done there, Steve, or zero?
I have zero done. So
zero.
Time is ticking. Third week of November. You know, it'll be May too for a few weeks. Time goes so fast these days, eh?
Yeah, does it ever? Goes by super fast. The older you get, the shorter time becomes. Okay, so that's a zero for Steve. You're the first one on my list that hasn't got anything done. Well, probably Arpad too. So there you go. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not done, but pretty much most of it's going to be clicking online for my purchases there. Don't like those crowds. Don't like the types of people. Anyways, I could go on. All right there, Steve, you going to stick around with us for a bit, or are you going to take off?
No, I'll be hanging out for the duration there, Chuck. I'll either be here or over there, so I'll be somewhere.
Okay there, Steve. Very good. Well, by the way, I forgot. I did say today's date when I opened up the net. It's November 23rd. But yesterday was November 22nd, and that was the anniversary of JFK assassination. He was assassinated on the 22nd, and yeah, today is the day after. So I thought I'd mention that. We're at 59 years. Next year will be 60. 60 years. So, anyways, thought I'd bring that up and let you people know. A lot of us are so busy with life, we forget important moments in history, and I thought I'd bring that up. So, all right. Well, before we make any announcements on contests and stuff like that, let's see if there's anyone else out there wishing to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. Anyone, anywhere, please come now.
3 years to my birthday.
Oh, what? You were born in what year? 66?
Yeah, on the 22nd. And it was like an hour after.
Oh, wow, eh? Believe it or not, Tom, I was only 3 years old when this happened. 3.5 maybe. But I was in the bathroom. I remember being with my father when he overheard it on the radio, and the sheer shock and sadness I remember to this day. And so I was really, really young because I remember we were both shaving. I had a plastic razor kit with shaving cream on my face, and my dad was actually shaving. And so we were doing that together when we got the news there. So, yeah, interesting.
That's it, exactly. Okay, well, I'm still just sitting here listening. With nothing else to do with the radio, so I thought I'd just stay here and listen for a bit. VE3MQ, back to net.
Okay, very good, Tom. Thanks for that info. We'll have to remember that. And so, just looking online here on the QRZ, we look like we have some decent conditions. It says 20 meters up to 80 looks good day and night for HF. And solar flux is at 113, sunspots at 68, with an A index of 3 and a K index of 0. So I haven't been on HF this evening yet, so I'm not sure how Parks on the Air is happening now with the colder weather and all that, but I'm sure it's slowed down a wee bit. Okay, so let's do another call out. This is VA3CJZ looking for check-ins. Check-ins with Chuck. Anyone, anywhere, please come now.
Victor Echo 3, Tango Whiskey Mike.
Tracy, Victor Echo 3, Tango Whiskey Mike. Tracy, come on in.
Hey, Chuck, thanks very much. Thanks for doing the net as usual. You always do a fantastic job. 7-3 to everybody out there on the net checking in. That's such a wonderful place to get together. I look forward when I get a chance to listen to you guys every week. I don't always get to check in. So just a quick check-in for you, Chuck. You're doing your usual beautiful signal into Burlington here, and no Christmas shopping yet for this guy. I guess this weekend is when I'll start to get it, and I share the sentiments of some of the others, including yourself. I had to drop into Mapleview. I had no choice on Sunday. I had an acting up iPhone, had to go to the Apple store, and I could not believe that the parking lot was jammed, and it was just brutal. I'm not a fan at all. Over to you, Chuck. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu, Victor Echo 3, Tango, Whiskey, Mike.
Oh, yes, there, Tracy. Absolutely. We had to go because of our daughter's iPhone there one time, a couple of years ago, actually. And I couldn't believe it. Pretty much you have to make an appointment. And, yeah. And I just heard on the news that a bunch of people have quit over working conditions over at where they make the phones there in China. And so they're saying the new iPhone 14s, they can't make them fast enough. So it should be interesting to see if they start jacking the price up on those things because they're high demand, low availability. So anyhow, there, Tracy, thanks again for checking in. And you have a great rest of the week. And you better start clicking away there and getting your items before they start saying, well, it's going to take us 5 days to get there. And you know how. Anyways, all right. Anything else there, Tracy? Before we continue on.
That's all, Chuck. All the best to everybody on the net. Thanks again, and look forward to the next chat down the line. VA3CJZ, DE3TWM, 73 all.
Okay, Tracy, and if I didn't mention it, you are sounding great coming out of Burlington across the bay. Okay, so Tracy broke the ice. He was check-in number 13. Let's see if we can get 14 and beyond. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere. Okay, nothing heard. So let's go to the contests. As I mentioned earlier, this weekend is the CQ Worldwide DX contest, but it's for CW. So it's on for 2 days on November 26th and 27th, 48 hours minus 1 minute. So, and then after that, there's the Ham Spirit contest. I don't know if anybody else got an email from this Russian group sent me an email about this contest coming up this weekend on the 26th and partially into the 27th. It's got a weird UTC time. I think it's for Russia. The UTC time is 0600 Zulu. And if I'm not mistaken, that would be like 1 o'clock in the morning. So anyways, that's for sideband. And that's November 26th, 0600 Zulu. And ends November 27th at 050 or 559 Zulu. And that's for 10 meters, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160 for sideband. And those are the two big contests. There are many, many 1 hour contests. Just go to the website, contestcalendar.com, and you can get all your information there. Now, I did go to the ONTARS website as well, and I did see a posting that says the N Park, that's the Niagara Peninsula Amateur Radio Club, big event postponed. And here we are. It says newsflash, the 19th of November, 2022. The Niagara Peninsula Amateur Radio Club is sorry to announce that the big event, which was scheduled for February of 2023, has been postponed. The club is in the process of selecting a new date out of the winter season. Please keep an eye on the club's website, and that's www.npark.ca for details. Okay, and what else do we have? Of course, they have many pictures of this summer's various tailgates and hamfests through the summer. And I also see that there's a 6-meter net that started in November. It's on Tuesday evenings. It has no time here. Let me click on it. Maybe it has a time. 2100 hours. 6-meter amateur net. And that's the frequency is 50.170 upper sideband. Once again, 50.170. Tuesdays at 2100 hours. And it's hosted by Ken, VE3 Kilo Charlie Yankee. Okay, what else do we have here? All right, well, for any information that I'm just giving out this evening, you can get all that if you go to ontars.com. That's Oscar November Tango Alpha Romeo Sierra.com, ontars. So you can get all your info there. And let's see, let's do another shout out and see who else is out there would like to join us. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and I'm here in Hamilton by the Center Mall looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, please come now. All right. I'm surprised we haven't heard PDL in there tonight. So very quickly, going to give out some birthdays before we run through the list again. Famous people's birthdays. Today in history, Billy the Kid has a birthday. Born in 1859 on this day. And of course, he passed away in 1881. They have him listed here as an American frontier outlaw and gunfighter of the Wild West, born in New York City, actually, New York. Okay. Boris Karloff. You'll remember him as being in a mummy in a Frankenstein as Frankenstein. He was also a mummy. He was born in London. And he's so a British actor, Boris Karloff, also known as a mummy or Frankenstein. Okay, next we got Harpo Marx, one of the Marx brothers. He has a birthday today, 1888. Oh, I forgot to mention Boris Karloff was born in 1887. So 1 year before this next Harpo Marx here, 1888 on this day. Of course, he was born in New York, New York. All right, well, let's go to the top of the list and see what Garnett's up to, if he's finished his shopping yet. VE3GNP, is there, Garnett? Okay, going down the list. Next will be George. VE3GBD. You still there, George? Got the garbage out?
Well, I'm still here, and no, I don't have the garbage out. Not yet. But I will.
Yeah, same here. We had a slow week. Not much trash. Well, I'm sure I could find tons of it, but I mean, general trash. I had to throw out a like an $80 Bluetooth speaker. Pissed me off. Sorry about that, but the damn thing only lasted about a year. I think I would keep it plugged in after it was fully charged, and therefore would overcharge the battery. It did not have one of those safety shutoffs. Just keeps charging the battery. And so I paid good money for that, and I just tossed it in the garbage tonight there, George. Very disappointed in that.
Yeah, I threw out, well, the fridge I had in the garage because we got a new fridge. Because the other fridge that we had was completely no good. I just put a whole bunch of scrap metal that I had, just threw it on my front lawn, and today, yeah, it's gone. It's all gone.
Especially if you got any metal. I had a patio chair that was all metal, and the seat dropped out. So I just put it at the curb, and Jesus, by the time I went to the backyard and back out front again, some guy was tossing it in his pickup.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I had a pile. The old fridge from the garage. Holy moly. Chair. Just anything I could pile up out there. Yeah. No, it's all gone. It's all gone. That's what I love about it. You can just throw it on the front lawn and get rid of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And especially now, people aren't afraid to say, you know what? I've got a truck. I'm going to go around and pick up other people's junk and make a couple of bucks on it. Absolutely. Yeah. There's guys that drive around. That's all they do, actually. That's their job. So, anyways, I just thought I'd jump in there, George, and say that Flynn is on the YouTube streams saying hello. I guess he's got no radio, or he says he has a radio on playing darts. So have fun there, Flynn, and cheers. Have a good evening. Okay, George, back to you.
Well, that's it. I got nothing to report. I gotta go in the house, find out. Well, I gotta grab the garbage from the can, and other than that, I'll probably still be sticking around though.
All right, very good then, George. So we'll just keep going down the list then, and get back to you in a bit. Thanks for sticking around. Let's go to Tom. See if he's still there. VE3 MQ. Tom, does Flynn still have a radio? Or did you buy all his radios? That's why he's not checking in. Okay. No response from Tom. Well, let's go to Rick. VA3AXJ with cat scratch fever. Rick, are you there?
Yeah, I'm on the icon right now. Yeah, this will be my 7-3 round. I'm going to be getting the old put the head down. Get some sleep because the cat decides he wants to wake me up at 5 o'clock every friggin' morning. Why, I don't know. I actually had to go to the dollar store yesterday, and I had to buy one of the cheapy cat boxes and put it in the bathtub. This pretty wants to do his business. So I have cat box and tub and one by the bathroom sink. So I'm going to try and wean them out of the tub and get them onto the other one. It's going to be a fight.
Oh, well, all I can say to that, Rick, is good luck. And, usually if you keep at it, you can train animals to do things. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. So I wish you well. And this will be your 7-3 round. Very good then. Yeah, you got to get ready, get your beauty sleep so that when the kitty wakes you up at 5 a.m., you'll have had a little bit of rest.
Yeah, right, Joe. Yeah, and I heard Mac there about the battery. Thanks for the info. But I think I'm going to go with the Eliminator battery and Canadian Tire. But our guy said it was only a 4-year warranty. Actually, it's a 5-year warranty.
Yeah, I thought so.
The battery I've got in the truck now, I actually bought it from Canadian Tire, but it's just a low-grade battery. But when it gets really, really, really cold outside, it seems just doesn't want to stir. Not enough power in the battery, so that's just a low-grade battery, though. So I'm going to go up to the high grade, and that'll be it.
Yeah, absolutely. Might as well do it right the first time. And so if you've got something that's, you know, uh, because of where we live and when the winters and all of that there, get yourself a nice tough one, nice tough battery. So thanks again, Mac, for that information. Okay, Rick. Well, we'll let you go then. And thanks for sticking around with us as long as you did. It's coming on 9 p.m., 8:57 to be exact. And so you take it easy, and we'll talk to you at some point again soon. All right, Rick. Thanks again. Anything else?
No, that's it. Say hello to George there. Maybe I'll give George a phone call tomorrow. Talk to him for a bit. Haven't talked to him for a while. Anyhow, VA3AXJ with the QRT. Thanks for doing the net. You're doing a fine job here, Chuck. Bye for now.
Okay. Good night, Rick. So we're clearing with Victor Alpha 3, Alpha X-Ray Juliet. Next will be Wade. Victor Alpha 3, November Charlie Alpha. You're up, Wade. Are you on the YouTube, or can you hear us on the radio?
Hi, Chuck. Yeah, I'm still listening along through the static of my high noise floor. I don't think anybody's turned anything off yet, so it might be Christmas lights, but I'm putting up with the YouTube delay. So there's a count of 2 or 3 seconds before YouTube catches up over the air. But it's good. It's good to listen along to what everybody's up to. So that's great. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know what else. Has gone on. Yeah, my noise floor, as I said, is still an S9, but you're still making it through. So I can still listen along, and so I'll send it back to you. Listen along until next round, and yeah, thanks for doing it again.
All right, very good then. Well, I'm sorry to hear you've got all that noise there, Wade, and at least you can hear me clearly. And so we also have the YouTube stream, which I don't know if you noticed there, but I kind of moved the radio a little bit so you could see a picture of my dog, Buddy, Black Lab mixed with Border Collie there. And so he's with me all the time here in my radio room. Okay, very good then. So clearing with VA3 NCA. By the way, we broke the ice there with, like I said, number 13. And number 14, check-in number 14 was Flynn. So he checked in with us through YouTube, and he's on the list as number 14. So let's go down the list and say hello to Mac the Chef, VA3IMW. What's happening there, Mac?
Well, it seems I didn't answer your question of the day with respect to Christmas shopping. I'm also one of those guys that has a very active life when it comes to preparing for birthdays, holidays, celebrations, any of that good stuff. So we made a silent pact many, many years ago. She would take care of the Christmas shopping, and I would pay for it. So when it comes to Christmas time, I have one job to do, and all I have to figure out is what I'm going to do for her. And typically it's a barrage of activity in a very short period of time, and it's either well in advance or just at the last minute approaching Christmas. So it's I know there was one year that I did a bunch of Amazon shopping, and I had a bunch of stuff that all came in within a couple of days of each other, and that amassed up everything that I was purchasing for her. And then there was one particular year, I believe it was the Christmas of 2019. I think it was anyways. And that was the year that I bought her a weekend away at Queen's Landing in Niagara-on-the-Lake. And we spent Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the morning of Boxing Day in Niagara-on-the-Lake. And it was an absolutely wonderful experience, peaceful, just the two of us, and being waited on hand and foot. And I got to say, it's a very memorable time that you can spend. You pick one of your favorite people, and you stay with them for that short time period. No family, no other interferences. Of course, we had celebrated all the rest of the stuff either before or after our little getaway. So that's always going to be a very special memory as far as I'm concerned. But as far as all the rest of the stuff that goes on with children, grandchildren, and all the rest of that, she's very graciously taken on the responsibility to take care of that shopping for me.
Oh, yeah. You got the toughest part. You got to burp the wallet.
Well, the burping part is okay. It's the refill part that that's the harder part, right? Spilling it out, I mean, if it's in there already, that's all good to go. But yeah, the effort in order to shovel the cash into the big pot that's going to get spilled, yeah, that's the part.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a very good experience, and it's nice to get pampered. I remember one year we took a limo to Toronto, spent the night at one of the Marriotts there, and on Yonge Street. And yes, I remember it well, and everything went well too. So, okay, very good. Well, thanks for answering that question. And what else was I going to ask you? Good information on the battery. That's I didn't know that. I know that there was a battery store on Parkdale, but they changed their name. I believe that's the same building, just a different name now.
Roger that. Yes, they did operate under a different name, but they're now listed as the Great Northern Battery Company, and yeah, I understand that Rick is going to go with the Eliminator battery. Again, I can't say anything bad about those batteries, but even then, you can either get the Eliminator battery in a lead acid or a AGM configuration. So if you spend a little extra money on the AGM battery, that's the one that's going to last you an extra long time. So right now, the battery that's in my truck is one that I took out of my old truck, and I'm going to say it's probably 6 or 7 years old right now.
Good.
Because it's been in this truck for not quite 3 years, 2 and a bit. But it was in my older Ford pickup for a couple of years previous to that. So AGM, the gel cell batteries, far superior as far as longevity is concerned. And all I was suggesting is that you can get the gel cell batteries, and the Great Northern Battery Company gets those in as blem batteries or blemishes. They're just as good as everything else, but they may have a smear on the case or something that just doesn't make them factory firsts. So you do need to call in advance to make sure that they've got a skid or two of those in your particular vehicle specific battery style, just to make sure that they've got that in stock. Other than that, I don't think I'll ever go back and buy batteries the conventional way. I know for my daughter's vehicles, I have gone down there and dealt with them on those the individual batteries. So it's kind of the way of the future for me. Anyways, Great Northern Battery Company, and I'm not getting any payment for advertising, but you can't do that. Amateur radio, you're not supposed to get reimbursed for information.
That's right. That's right. But good plug, anyways. And I have heard good things about that place, and so I would probably go there first and see if they can help me out there before going anywhere else here in Hamilton. That's for sure. So thanks for that, Mac. Okay. All right. Well, if that's it for now, Mac, we're going to probably do another call out before we keep going down the list and see if there's anybody else out there. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, AREG. It's currently 9:08 p.m. here in Hamilton, and the temperature outside the CJZ studios is 2.6 degrees, plus 2.6. So not bad at all. So we're looking for check-ins tonight. Anyone, anywhere, please come now. Okay. Well, next is Vanya, but he said he doesn't have a radio in the house, and he's probably still busy eating. He did mention he was quite hungry, so we'll give him a shout and see if he's on the YouTube stream or on the radio or anything. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and we'll call out Vanya VA3XLJ. Are you there, Vanya? You can respond on the YouTube stream if you like, or the radio. Okay, nothing heard. Let's skip over the next two, and that brings us to Steve, VA3, November Fox Golf. You still there, Steve?
Yeah, we're still hanging out there, Chuck. Just looking at the bands, they're kind of dead.
Are they?
I haven't looked at 80 yet. Just looking at 40. Usually there's more action on 40 than anywhere, but not lately. It's weird how that is. But anyway, yeah, just chilling here. Perfect timing. I just made my way back from where I was at on the portable. So anyway, okay, we'll throw it back to you there, Chuck. What else happened on this day today?
Okay, Steve, very good then. And well, I'm glad you asked. We have one more birthday. Miley Cyrus was born on this day in 1992. She's 30 years old, from Franklin, Tennessee. And then we have Walter Reed. He was born on this day in 1902, and he passed away. Passed away in 1902. We're done with the birthdays. This is the people that have passed away. And Walter Reed was a U.S. Army physician and bacteriologist who proved mosquitoes transmit yellow fever, also known as malaria, I do believe. And he passed away at the age of 51. So you probably heard Americans talk about the Walter Reed U.S. Army Hospital. It's named after him. Next, we've got Who Shot JR? And Larry Hagman passed away in 2012 on this day. Larry Hagman, he played in I Dream of Jeannie, and also he was JR on Dallas. He died of complications from throat cancer, but he was 81 years old, so a very long life for him. A little bit of history here for anyone who has Dutch in their family. My wife is Dutch. Basically, both her parents are Dutch, but she was born here, and that would be 1890. King William III of the Netherlands dies without a male heir, and a special law is passed to allow his daughter, Princess Wilhelmina, to inherit the throne. And so Queen Wilhelmina ruled for many, many years. And so a little bit of Dutch history there. And next on this day in 1909, the Wright brothers form $1 million corporation to manufacture airplanes. So once they succeeded in getting off the ground, they started building airplanes. I'm not sure how successful they became, but they are in the history books. On this day, 1909, the Wright brothers start building planes. All right. Okay, this is a weird one. U.S. President Warren G. Harding, back in 1921, signs the Willis-Campbell Act. That's an anti-beer bill forbidding doctors prescribing beer or liquor for medicinal purposes. Oh, those crafty Americans, eh? So he forbid Warren G. Harding. You can thank him for not being able to get beer or liquor from your doctor in a prescription form. Everybody remembers the movie The Ten Commandments? Well, the very first Cecil B. DeMille's version of the Ten Commandments was on this day, premiered in 1923. I don't think I've seen that one. I don't recall it. I would imagine it's a black and white and maybe a silent movie. I don't know. But 1923, first version of the Ten Commandments by Cecil B. DeMille. All right. On this day, 1942, a Chinese steward by the name of Poon Lim begins 133 days adrift in the ocean after British ship SS Ben Lomond torpedoed by German U-boat, and he is the sole survivor. So 3.5 months adrift on the ocean. There's a picture I saw of him there on his raft. Oh my gosh. Okay. Lucky guy. On this day, 1945, most U.S. wartime rationing of food, including meat and butter, ends. So the rationing ends after World War II on this day, 1945. And as I mentioned earlier, JFK was killed in 1963, yesterday, November 22nd, and his body lies in repose in the East Room of the White House, and that's on this day, 1963. Hockey fans, 1988 on this day, Wayne Gretzky scores his 600th NHL goal. What a phenom this kid was, man. Unbelievable. And here's something I didn't know. Freddie Mercury, on this day in 1991, at the age of 45, confirms he has AIDS the day before he dies. I didn't know that. So he finally admitted it to the world, I guess, on this day in 19. So I guess tomorrow we'll look for him to be dead in history. We'll have to check that out tomorrow. All right, let's talk about cell phones. 1992. On this day, a report comes out saying 10 million cellular telephones are sold. Now, I looked up the most recent info, and as of 2021, 1.43 billion with a B smartphones were sold worldwide. So from 10 million to 1.43 billion in 30 years. So 1992 and 2012. So, wow. And finally, Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity manuscript of his early workings sells at auction for $13 million in 2021. So last year, the manuscript is considered one of the most important scientific documents of the 20th century. Some lucky fella bought it for a cool $13 million. All right. Well, that wraps up on this day all the info I have for you. Any questions or comments? Okay, not all at once, please. Let's see if we have anyone else out there who would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. We have 14 check-ins so far. This is VA3CJZ with the weekly Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Net, looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, please come now.
Okay, gotta know, what did you do to change your audio so quickly?
What do you mean?
While you were doing your on this day, you were quiet and tinny, and then when you came back with the transmission after that, your audio was back up to where it should be.
Oh, I don't know about the tinny part, but I was sitting back in my chair. Now I'm sitting up in my chair, but it's possible every now and then I don't hit the foot switch right and it gets wonky. So I'm guessing that's what it was.
All right. Keep up the good work.
Wonky foot switch. Well, there you go. I guess maybe I'll be looking to buy a new foot switch there for Christmas. We'll see if they're on sale. Santa already bought me a present, so nobody knows about it but me. But that's how it goes.
There's nothing wrong with being your own Santa Claus.
Absolutely. And that's not just for Christmas. That goes year round. You know, Santa can be it can pop up anytime.
Roger that, because I know when I've been sleeping, I know when I've been awake, I know if I've been bad or good, and I know I can't be good for goodness sake.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, hopefully I've got the foot switch situated right now, and we'll carry on. Okay, well, let's see if anyone, a lot of people are gone from the list here, but let's see if Garnett's still with us or if he took off. The 3GNP. Oh, I did hear someone key up there, but it was very quick. That station there, please come back.
Well, I wasn't the key upper, but this is a V3NVY portable.
VE3NVY. Okay. That comes up as Jeff. Is that right?
That is correct, sir. How are you doing this evening? And everyone else online?
Hey, good evening there, Jeff. Doing well. My name is Chuck. My call is VA3CJZ, and I'm here by the Center Mall in Hamilton. Whereabouts are you?
My name is Jeff, as you looked up already. I am down here at the far east end at almost near Eastgate Square.
Oh, on a portable down by Eastgate Square. Oh, wow, very good. Then you're doing well. Are you outside on foot? Are you in a car or what?
I'm just outside having a little walk and some fresh air before I head for the night. And I'm going to be with 500 milliwatts.
Okay, very good. You're coming in at a respectable S9, S9 Plus, although it does waver when you're moving a little bit. But great job there, Jeff. Thanks for checking in. We're here every Wednesday night from 8 till 10 p.m. And we take check-ins from anyone, anywhere. And we're pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
Before you run away, just a quick question there with your cell phone numbers. Did you happen to mention who was the manufacturer of the most cell phones in those years?
Oh, gosh, 92, 30 years ago. I expect Nokia was probably up there near the top of the list, along with Motorola.
I was going to suggest Motorola myself. I have an old Motorola and the thing still works, bare bones, perfect. On my Samsung, I card over.
Oh yeah, my Motorola has always made great radio equipment, and you would expect the same quality in their cell phones. They were quite popular with the flip phones. I know that. I like their flip phones better than the other brands. Roger.
Oh, Roger. I called their other stuff. Their radio equipment, their handheld radios, their commercial grade ones, even their mobile units. All good radios all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, listen there, Jeff. We do stream the net on YouTube, and you can play it back anytime you like. Just go to YouTube and put in my call sign, and you can find us there and play back. Right now, it's 9:23 p.m. I'm guessing if you go to 9:21 p.m. and want to listen to yourself back, just move the slider up to an hour and 21 minutes or 8. There is a clock on the screen, and so yeah. So there you go. All right. Well, thanks for checking in, Jeff. Do appreciate it. Anything else before we continue on?
No, nothing else new. Just another bean for your pot there, and load all. That's all. The 3MVY will be correct.
Okay. Very good, Jeff. Once again, nice to meet you. Thanks for checking in. Hope to hear you again soon. Have a great rest of the evening. Enjoy your walk. As I mentioned, it's about plus 2 degrees outside and probably not too windy, although it has been windy, but this evening doesn't seem to be so bad. So very good. Okay, so your check-in number 15, Jeff. Very good. Well, let's see if we can get anyone else to stop by and say hi here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ looking for check ins. Anyone, anywhere, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's check on the website. Okay, no one else has checked in or made any comments. Let's see. I know I'm missing something here, but I can't remember. And it's only 9:25 p.m. Uh, what did I have here? Whoops. Okay. All right. Well, I guess Garnett is gone for the night, so we won't call on him unless he jumps in there and says hello. George, where did George go? VE3 GBD. George, are you there?
I'm still here. I'm still listening, brother.
Yeah, right on, right on. So, so did you go back up to the trailer there, like you said you would a couple weeks ago? I think you mentioned you had to go up there and check or something.
No, I didn't actually. You know what? Excuse me. No, the fella that owns the park, he actually closed everything up for us, and he gave us a notification saying everything's done.
Well, there you go. That's good because you'd be wondering, right? You're concerned, and so it was nice of them to send you a message, however it was, whether on your phone or whatever. But that sure helps keep you your mind at ease there, right? Because after all, you're a newbie.
That's right. That's right, Chuck. We are newbies, but we got everything. Everything's looked after now, so we're good till the opening season.
Roger. Yeah, a lot of people looking forward to that warm weather, and we're just getting into the cold stuff there. But normally, we're usually good till after into January. Then January starts getting serious. But usually, we get a little snow in November, just like we did, and then you won't see anything until well, hopefully we'll get a little bit of snow for Christmas, but usually we don't, and it all comes in January, February.
I know, right? And March, because sometimes March is a pain in the bum because you'll get a snowstorm. Because when I moved into this house 14 years ago, it was in March, and we had the worst weather ever.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, in contrast, George, I moved from my apartment on April 1st, and it was like 90 degrees out. It was like 30, and that's unheard of for April 1st.
Yeah, right? See? That's what I mean. It's unpredictable. The weather is so unpredictable because, it took me a week to move from Burgess to here because of the weather. The snow was unbelievable. And that was in 2008.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Usually too, right around Valentine's. Snowstorms usually come right around Valentine's because a lot of people are wintering in Florida and they get to come home and shovel a foot and a half of snow. And I've been there and done that.
VE3FJJ on portable.
Hey, there he is. Okay, Flynn, you're recognized. So we'll ask George if he's done, and then we'll go down to Flynn. How about it there, George?
Oh yeah. You know what? Let's listen to Flynn here. I'll be standing by.
All right, VE3FJJ on the radio. So you did. Tom didn't buy all your radios then.
No, Tom did not buy all my radios. No. Anyways, always a pleasure there, Chuck and George. I told you I'd come and see you. I'd come and see you pretty soon, but no, we just had some new and exciting things happen. So I just moved into a new place and trying to get it organized, and just having fun and just working lots. So haven't had much time on the radio, but today I had a chance, so I just thought I'd check in with Chuck.
Absolutely, absolutely, there, Flynn. Well, you know what? It has been a little quiet there on here. We haven't heard you on the radio in some time. So where did you move to?
I'm just down at Main and Prospect right now, so in an apartment. It is what it is, but just me, the dog, and the conure, and a couple of bearded dragons. We're having a blast, and hey, can't ask for anything better.
All right, very good, very good. Yeah, we had some activity over here. Our neighbor, they're a young couple, maybe around 30 years old, and we don't see them much, right? And then one day, one of the two's parents showed up, husband and wife, and a bin was dropped off in the driveway, and the parents were cleaning the house out, and I'm wondering what the heck's going on. And then we're noticing that the husband is no longer coming home. So I imagine he took off. We're not nosy enough to ask everybody their personal business. So if they don't volunteer information, we don't ask. Just speculate and start rumors. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, all right. Well, nice to hear you in there, Flynn. And how is your pooch, and how is your leg healing there? Remember, I remember you in pretty rough shape there for a bit.
With the leg situation, I'm just waiting for a call for surgery. I got to go in for surgery. It's going to take me out of commission for about 6 to 8 weeks. They got to reconnect some, little situation there.
Ligaments.
The Achilles tendon and all that, all that fun gibberish. But we're going to get it looked after and get back to shape so I can get back on the good old iron horse and go do some riding.
Yeah, okay, very good then. Yeah, those tendons, you got to make sure you get as many of them reattached the way they're supposed to there, Flynn. All right, well, very good then, Flynn. Thanks for checking in, my friend. And you're on a portable, right?
Yeah, I'm on a little portable in my hands here, so hopefully, you hear me and everybody else hears me. So I guess I'm doing pretty good.
Oh yeah. You're coming in full strength over here at the Center Mall there, Flynn. I just had to double check. I thought you were on a portable. So yeah, from your location there, doing a fine job. Anyone else can give Flynn a radio check there? How about a Mac? Are you there?
Oh, Flynn sounds good over here for you, 3GBD said that.
Ah, there you go. Right on.
Well, and I just got back to the radio. I actually didn't hear anything from the distance while I was away. But Flynn, if you want to come back, I'll open up the squelch and see what I can hear.
Oh, Mac, how are you? I didn't hear you there. VE3, IMW, VE3, FJJ.
Oh, sounds like you can hear Mac, but Mac can't hear you. Is that right?
No copy.
Yeah, I heard Mac, no problem, but I couldn't hear Mac. Hey, Mac, can you hear me now? VE3, FJJ.
10S units here.
Oh, there you go. Steve, NFG. He's got you at S10, but he is hanging close to the edge of the escarpment there. Mac is a little bit further back, so I guess he's not picking you up, but you are making it into this station, and people can hear you on YouTube for sure. Anyone else with a radio check for Flynn there? No, I'm guessing there might not be that many people left. Sometimes they start to fade away there, getting closer to the 10 o'clock hour. All right, well, very good then, Flynn. Thanks again for checking in. Good luck with everything with you, and don't be a stranger.
No, I will not be a stranger, Chuck. I'm going to try to get on here as much as possible like I did before, and, maybe one day I'll get another bigger station. But for now, I got this, and thank you very much, Steve, for the reply back and letting me know you can acknowledge me. And all right, well, guys, have a blast, and yeah, we'll talk soon. VE3, FJJ.
Well, there you go, Flynn. And there's always the repeaters in town. You know, as you know, not everyone can hear everyone else on Simplex. And so there are plenty of very robust repeaters in town here, from Stony Creek all the way to the west end of Hamilton. So very good then. Okay, Flynn, take care, my friend. You're in the log here. FJJ, where'd I put you? Yeah, you were number 14. You came in at number 14 there. And the other gentleman that was on his walkie, he was out by Eastgate Square on his portable coming in. And he was number 15, VE3 November Victor Yankee, Jeff. Okay, Flynn, thanks again. And let's see if there's anybody else out there would like to join us here on the last half hour of the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, AREG Net. My name is Chuck, and my call is VA3CJZ, and we're looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, please come now. Okay, well, anyone with a valid call sign can check in, so please try again. I did hear someone key up there. Your radio is working, but no audio. I'm curious to find out what happened to PDL there. He must have forgot, unless he laid down for a nap. Did you speak to Paul today there, Steve?
Yeah, I stopped by after work there earlier today. It was about 4:20. What a coincidence.
Imagine that, 4:20. Okay, good timing there, Steve. I'm guessing you finished work around 4.
Yep, Roger on that. Yep, 4 o'clock yesterday and today. I got a day off tomorrow, and then back in on Friday.
Oh, so you don't you normally get 2 days in a row off, or you get them staggered?
Well, I ask for them both off, but they can't always accommodate that. When I get my weekend off, yeah, they give me Saturday, Sunday. But But on the off weekend, they give me a couple of weekdays, so gives me a break in between. That way I'm only doing really 4 days on at the longest.
Yeah, speaking of 4 days on and 1 or 2 off there, Renata used to work at Tim Hortons, and that's how their schedule was. I think it was a little bit of scheduling management in order to minimize salaries. They do it that way, so people can't get close to their 40 hours in a week. So, depending on what day of the week their pay schedule starts on, you know what I mean, right?
That was your low audio again, Chuck.
I heard him here though, Mac. Yeah, I know what you mean there, Chuck. That's why the days just fly by. You get 2 weekends off and a month goes by.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, looks like my foot pedal is on its way out. So I guess maybe this evening, after the net, I may go browse on Amazon, see if they have the Heil switch there. I remember a few years ago when I was looking for a pedal, I found one. So hopefully the audio is back up to par there, Mac.
Roger that.
And it only happens when I sit back in the chair. When I sit up, I seem to apply more pressure on the switch sitting up. So, yeah, hopefully it doesn't conk out on me. So, if I do disappear, you'll know why. All right. Well, very good then, Mac and Steve. Thank you very much for that. At this point, we're just trying to kill a little bit of time, unless we shut down the net early. Do we have anyone else in there would like to check in for the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Looking for any last minute check ins. Please come now.
Well, Chuck, don't you have any other additional fun facts in the tickle trunk?
Not really. Not really. I kind of kept it short this week. The list is a little short, and there wasn't too much going on in history on this day. Mind you, there are a lot of cricket athletes that were mentioned, poets, authors, a lot of sports, a lot of cricket, tennis. I'm not much into cricket or tennis. I'd rather watch ping pong than tennis. Tell you the truth. Uh, I think that's an Olympic sport now.
Well, it could very well be. It's action-packed, and there's always something to watch. Of course, the Americans would need either a blue or a red haze following the ping pong ball so that their slow eyes can follow it. Hi. Anyways, haven't heard much about the Belgium-Canadian game. I tuned on my cell phone and utilized my home TV streaming service in order to watch the entire game. And from what I saw, the Canadians were very aggressive, and they kept a lot of the action in that soccer game down in Belgium's end. That was probably their undoing, because Belgium managed what I would call, in hockey terms, a breakaway, and the Canada team didn't have enough defenders back in order to prevent the score, and it turned out to be a 1-0. Did you get a chance to watch that game tonight or this afternoon, Chuck?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't. I was getting updates on my phone as to the score, and I forget. I had to go out and go for a walk at that point in time, where the stores were not crazy after kids getting picked up from school. The Walmart here tends to get quite parking lot gets quite full easily around school quitting time. So I went before that during the lull in between lunch and school, and got what I needed to get and got out of there. And so no, but of course I heard it on the news. They said that the Canadians technically played harder than the Belgium team, and they should have won. That's what I heard.
Well, that's quite correct. So 80% of the gameplay was in Belgium's end. The unfortunate thing was the breakaway was Belgium getting the ball out of their zone, and there was only 2 men back that were able to attempt to defend against the charger and striker, and that was unfortunate that was the one goal of the game. And of course, it's not like hockey, 9-7, 5-6. It's 1-0 or 0-0 or something of that nature. So unfortunate, but yes, our Canadians did show proud today.
Yes, and I heard that Budweiser, after being told that Qatar was not going to be selling any alcohol at any of their 8 stadiums, Budweiser had a shipment, I guess, for that particular event that didn't get sold, and so they're going to give it, I guess, all the beer to the country that wins the tournament, and so that's interesting.
Well, imagine being in a situation where you're a multinational corporation. Your name is Budweiser. You're going to sponsor a soccer event, and all of a sudden the hosting country says, "Oh, by the way, we're not going to allow sale of beer during the event." And why would I sponsor that? Oh my goodness gracious! That's like Carlsberg saying, "Yes, we're going to parade our horses down the street, but the country won't allow us to sell the beer." That's just unconscionable. That's kind of stupid. But anyways, is that Qatar? Quater? How do you pronounce that, Chuck?
It's Qatar, 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 and of course that's in Saudi Arabia area. Um, so I thought that country was a dry country to begin with. I do know that a lot of Islamic um places in the Middle East that are follow Islam, uh, alcohol is forbidden. Um, Being gay is illegal. You go to jail, and in worst case scenarios, they have um, a very unpopular human rights record. So I was shocked to hear that they even considered it. I'm sure it went back and forth with the people who run the soccer games, trying to convince the Saudi government that they should do it or not. And I'm sure it was a tough decision. But normally those areas are um, dry.
Well, I guess today is a lesson. It's very difficult to keep your Qatar tuned.
Oh, I see you miss Paul and Richard.
There you go.
Yeah, me too. We'll have to harass Paul later. He'll probably come on at 5 to 10 there, and I'll have the net already shut down. But yeah, very good. Qatar. All right. Well, um, I wouldn't mind seeing Dubai. I don't know if I'd want to spend any time on the ground there, but I would love to fly around and see all the beautiful buildings. Tough place, tough place in that part of the world. Um, it's not like in the movies, but it sure looks exactly like in the movies. But the way they operate things is very, very different than what we're used to. That's like that NBA uh, player there that got uh, sent to prison for bringing in uh, THC in her vape. So yeah, some parts of the world, you do one small thing and you end up in a freaking dungeon. So you got to be careful.
Or just decide to stay where your creature comforts are accommodated and your rights are respected, like right here.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. A lot of people complain about this and that in Canada, but let me tell you, uh, you know, some of the things people get away with here, they would end up being locked up with the key put away for sure. China comes to mind. Um, uh, they jail people there for the slightest infractions. And I did mention earlier there that the factory in China where they're making the iPhones, they're coming up short on the new iPhones because the workers are quitting due to inhumane working conditions. Some of them are actually sleeping in the building where they're making those phones, and they're not letting them go home. So there's all kinds of things going on that we don't even know about. But that's the case with China for now.
Yeah, and that's where our multinational corporations are sourcing cheap labor. It's where people are taken advantage of, and we're talking about folks over here that are complaining about not making a living wage. I think the pendulum is about to swing back, and I get a little inside hurrah every time I hear about a Korean company or a Chinese labor insurrection, because they're all of a sudden learning that the other part of the world, you actually get to spend time with your family, you get to eat, and you have some downtime, and you don't work like a slave 24/7. So as soon as we get to a level point where all of humanity treats the rest of humanity with the same ability to, the inalienable rights of life, liberty, and happiness, perhaps the economic side of this equation will settle down too. But that would be, what's the band's name? Nirvana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, never did like that band. Um, but anyways, yeah, absolutely. People people don't realize that things are much different abroad. Some people never even leave their hometown. I was lucky enough to travel quite a bit, quite extensively, for a decade at least, and got all the ants out of my pants, as they say. And when it was time to settle down, I was satisfied. So, but I've never left the continent, which maybe one day we'll be able to make it to Holland as a or the wife and I, and go there and see her family. Last time she went, I stayed here, but I got a T-shirt.
Okay, yep, you made me laugh. That's too funny. Anyways, yes, the more I've traveled, the more I'm glad to be back at home. I've never seen the West Coast. Don't really have any interest in seeing the prairie provinces. California does not interest me at all.
Yeah.
Florida sounds like one big amusement parks, and have no interest in that. I love to visit the maritime provinces, but that the clocks move way too slow, and people don't seem to have the motivation to wake up and get going. But it's always good to get back to good old Hamilton, and I won't even talk about my trips to Mexico, because I've seen the industrial side, and I count my blessings when I get back home. And understandably, it's not Cancun. Mexico is there's three sides of Mexico, and I've seen the dirty side. The underbelly of that system is just disgraceful. But it's always good to be back home.
Yep, exactly. I've never crossed the border into Mexico, but I did see Tijuana from the highway at night when I was driving into San Diego. And so, uh, yeah, it was very, very close um, in the truck there. So, but yeah, I'm like you, California, no thanks. Florida, if you go to the Gulf Coast, the western side of Florida, you'll be much happier than anywhere on the east side. And that includes down to Miami. Unless you speak Spanish fluently, I wouldn't advise wandering too much in Miami. And yeah, or the Keys. They say the Keys are really nice, and I know for a fact the West. I've been all over Florida. That's where our winter quarters were for two companies that I worked for. One was in West Palm Beach, where the Kennedys and Trump is, and the other was on the western coast in Sarasota, Florida, near Tampa. And I've been all up and down the Gulf Coast and as well as the East Coast of Florida. As far as the East Coast of Canada, I've been there, but I missed two provinces, PEI and Newfoundland, didn't get to see. And so I've got 8 out of 10 provinces under my belt physically. And so, yeah, pretty happy about that. So we're winding down now. It's 9:57 p.m. Matt, uh, or yeah, at 9:58 now. So, do you have any last words to finish up before we do one last call out and then wrap it up?
I guess the only thing remaining is yes, I do intend on visiting Newfoundland and Labrador, because that's the only of the eastern provinces that I've not visited yet, but that's on my list. The rest of it is just beautiful places to visit, great scenery and great people.
Oh yeah.
And with that, I'll let you carry on with a quick 73 round, and we'll wrap this one up. Great job tonight, Chuck.
All right, Mac. Well, thanks for helping me kill some time, and it was a pleasure once again doing the net. And so, with that, do we have anyone else with comments or want to say goodnight or anything like that? Please come now. All right, no Rick BK either tonight, or Paul and others. Okay, well, one last call out. It's 9:59. Does anybody want to check in at the last minute here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere? All right. Well, nothing heard. So I guess no one else has any comments or questions or anything like that. And so we're going to wrap it up for one more week of AREG. Tonight marks week 1523. Excuse me, 1,523 weeks that AREG has been on the air consecutively. I would like to thank each and every one of you that checked in and or just listened on the YouTube stream. And I look forward to doing it again next week. Tonight we had 15 check-ins. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the evening. This is VA3CJZ saying 7-3 and good night.